Hey everyone, welcome back to It Wicked, and we have some sad news to go around. So, after the passing of Rod Marsh just recently, Shane Warne has passed away at the age of 52. He had a suspected heart attack at his luxury villa in Bangkok. It's really shocked me, and my brother is here today on the podcast. Really shocked the whole cricket world how he's passed away at a really young age.
When I saw I was actually awake because in Australia it was around about 2 a.m. I couldn't believe what I saw. I saw a post from Stokes. I couldn't believe that, we literally were listening to his commentary just the other day, and that now, he was gone. And, he just had such a huge influence in cricket in this whole, in this century basically, or even last century. Growing up in the 90s, which, I'm a 90s kid, everyone was like, try and spin it like Warne. He was a hero to me and just so many other kids in Australia, and I'm sure even out of Australia. He was just a prolific character. He literally is the GOAT of Australian cricket and world cricket. I've never seen a better tactician. There's never been a better leg spinner than Warne, and just his influence over the team was just incredible.
He took 708 wickets, over 1,000 international wickets. And on top of that, he also was out of the game for a period of time with a shoulder injury, so he really could have gotten more. He got that amazing hat-trick where David Boone took that great catch, which I'm sure you've all seen. What you're saying with the influence that he had on the side, that was a huge thing that he had. Every time Australia were losing a game and Shane Warne was in the team, you always had hope that Australia would bring it back, because he was that type that could take 4 wickets like that. Amazing Adelaide, obviously we saw the 2005 Ashes. It was literally 1v11 in that Ashes, and he nearly solely won it for them. Australia were part and parcels, all getting ripped apart, but one stood above and beyond everyone, and that was Shane Warne. With bat and with ball in that series. Every leg spinner that's playing international cricket right now has Shane Warne to thank for some sort of reason. Whether that be if they try to copy his action, or he's the reason they bowled leg spin. Kuldeep Yadav cried when he saw that Shane Warne was watching him when he got his debut 5 in Test cricket. So his influence isn't just in Australia, it's around the whole world. There's been a lot of people who idolized him as a kid growing up, and every time a new leg spinner comes on the scene, people are like, oh, can he be is he like Warne? He goes straight to that because Warne is the greatest there's ever been. He was also one of the 5 Wisden cricketers of the century. It shows the impact that he had on the game in such a short period, because in that century, that was only half his career. The rest of the half was in this century. He'll go down as probably the greatest captain to have never captained. He did get to captain the Rajasthan Royals actually following his retirement, and they won that year in 2008. For me, because I was more of a 2000s kid, so my memories of Shane Warne are mainly in that 2005 and 2007 Ashes series, which I've watched plenty of times, but I have also watched a lot of his 90s stuff, and I really enjoy watching the documentaries on him. One thing that we probably didn't do yet is watch his new Prime documentary that released, I think, a month ago. Ironically enough, going through his whole career. Me and my brother will probably watch that, whether we might react to it on the channel as well. Maybe
Possibly,
as a little tribute thing. My first idols growing up as cricketers were him and Kevin Peterson. And to see him pass away, it's pretty tragic. Probably won't be another one like him. No. The way he turned the ball on decks that probably didn't even turn that much. He got a lot of wickets in Australia where spinners are notorious for being murdered.
Exactly.
But he bagged the wickets in Australia. Control, the accuracy, the guile, the confidence. He tells the batsman, I'm going to bowl you a flipper. He tells the batsman that, and then he gets them out with that ball because the batsman's like, oh, is he really going to bowl? That's the amount of confidence that he has. But he did that regularly. Even at the back end of his career, I'm sure you've all seen the Big Bash clip of him bowling Brendan McCullum around his legs, where he predicts it beforehand. And that's what legends do. Him and McGrath were probably the greatest bowling combination ever to walk the face of this planet.
Yeah. And so many times they bowled together and changed the game for Australia.
Yeah, 100%. They're the best. He's the best leg spinner to go around of all time. He's the best Australian cricketer ever, hands down. Arguably had the greatest impact on the game. I don't know if you want to add any last words.
No, I think you've covered pretty much everything. Honestly, I'm still pretty shocked. and I saw the news, before you, and
Yeah.
it just hasn't really sunk in. But he's left a legacy, and yeah.
I didn't hear the news yesterday because I actually went to sleep early. I went to sleep and I woke up and the first thing my brother was like, "Oh, Shane." He was like, "Oh, did you hear Shane Warne passed away?" I was like, "What?" Like I said what like 5 times because I could not believe. Like I was wondering if this is a dream or like was I actually awake? I was so confused. Like it's like can't be him. We just saw him like 1 week ago, like on TV. That's
Yeah.
just crazy, honestly. Yeah. Let us know in the comments below what your greatest Shane Warne memory was, and until next time, we'll see you guys later.
It's the calm before the storm. Things aren't